Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you for joining us. We also respectfully greet our viewers who follow us online. My name is Mehmetbey and I'll be your host for today's seminar. We have a very special session lined up today as we are honored to welcome two distinguished visiting professors invited by Professor Dr. Cihat and Associate Professor Dr. Elif ÖZTAŞ within TÜBİTAK 22 and 21 project to share their invaluable expertise with us. First, I'd like to introduce Professor Shakir from Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh, India. He received his PhD degree in mathematics from the same university in 2002. He also worked as an associate professor at King Abdulaziz University, Cihat, Saudi Arabia during December 2014 to August 2018. He is president of the joint Indian, Indonesian, Iran, Malaysia and Turkey Algebra Forum. He was awarded TÜBİTAK and ISM, University of Malaysia, visiting professorships from the years from 2019 to 22 and again from 23 to 24 respectively. He is an author and co-author of more than 150 publications in reputed international journals and has been on research visits to several universities and institutions across the world to deliver invited plenary and keynote lectures. Besides supervising several students for master's or PhD degrees in various disciplines of mathematics, he is a leading authority in ring theory, module theory, polling theory, and cryptography. Professor Shakir has successfully completed many national and international research projects awarded by the University Grants Commission, Departments of Science and Technology, DSR, KAU, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, TÜBİTAK Government of Turkey. Presently, he is editor or managing editor of several reputed international mathematical journals. He is also a co-editor of several research volumes and a life member of the American Mathematical Society, Indian Mathematical Society, Calcutta Mathematical Society, and the Indian Science Congress Association, the Indian Society of Industrial and Applied Mathematics, the Ramanujan Mathematical Society. Presently, he has Google Scholar citations more than 4,500, H-index 32, I-10 index 150. These insights will offer us a unique perspective, and we are truly grateful for their presence. Now I hand the floor over to Professor Shakir.
Thank you very much. The place is please. My mask being audible. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So, well, friends, esteemed faculty members of this university, Dean Faculty of Science, and my host, Dean Faculty of Education. Math Education?
No, education.
Education, okay. And host of this budget, Elif, Özdağ, and of course they are my co-author as well, and other colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is great pleasure to see you again because this is my third visit of this department. And it is possible, not possible because support of my friend Cihat, because he always associated with me more than, I think, 2016. He was visited with Aligarh in conference, and since then we are close to each other, and now we have several good things in terms of research publications and other engagements, we completed several projects as well between KU, KMU and AMU. Even then we have joined other assignment with KU. I am happy to share you. Before coming to the main topic, because we are already late, not go in more detail, but give you the brief. Something what we are means what are the benefit of such type of events. Okay, so because of this type of events, your university means Karamanoğlu Mehmetbey University is globally known as, because we are following on, as your colleague mentioned, and that is IIMT Algebra Forum. So that means he is the member, means he is general secretary of this forum, and we have more than 7 countries, two not in the list, but people are approaching us to join. And the key objective of this forum is to help the algebraists among all the involved countries. What we can do. So any young researchers have any such question regarding the problems or problems involving the how to handle your research, or you need some other kind of help, and this group is ready to help. Okay. And notes, then I will means our sincere thanks to this, the TÜBİTAK, because this budget is possible because possible to the support of these one of the most important in TÜBİTAK, and then of course we have a lot of other grant that is supported by the government of India, and associated with this type of color change. So I cannot give, because I just give you the look. I don't have time to give the whole, but give you some idea about AMU. Okay. So look at here. This a founder of this university known as Shakir Khan. So I just give you very short and quick. A single man can change the shape of the world. Example is this single man means he is the visionary during the period of British. There is no university Muslim, and no people means Muslim cannot go to the universities. And he is thinking 100 years again, what happens to the society if we just go, everyone go to the madrasa? So how, what is the place? So he thinking and he fight. Lot of people. There are a lot of people against him, but anyway he is stay on his way and on his determination to uplift for the Muslims, not only in India but across the world, as we have right now. So this is the means the old building in the time of 1818, because this is, you see, the British type of building still we have, and I welcome you all to Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh. Please come and visit us. Welcome you all. And any kind of help or support, we are ready to support you. I then give you just hint about this, because we have connection from this department. We are first from the AMU and second now with the help from this department. So I am happy to share you, this department has ranking worldwide. Even India is #1, more than 10 years, and we have ranking worldwide, sometimes 70, 60, and 100. So, and we have 3 persons from this department according the way of science in 2% of science. It's great. This is what totally run by, means made by Muslims, run by Muslims, and now, as per law, government of India, it is supported by the central government. But now we have completed all communities. We have 115 departments and around 15 faculties. So this is this, and then we come on. Okay. Today's talk, in fact, because as I told you, this is my 3rd visit. The objective is to give something for the young generation, what we are doing, and what are the open problems in this area, and somebody are interested can join this So we give you the background and some motivation, and then some open problems. If time permits, then I give you the application of this important concept of theory of derivations in the information science, in particular coding theory, cryptography, and so on and so forth. So let us move towards our objective. Okay. So I think those who love to algebra know this great algebra is known as Al-Hassi, because today's talk based on his classical problem during 1956. So I acknowledge them because we are started from his work. So that's, we must thank such wonderful and the high level of people who contribute to this subject as algebra. And following his work, these are two men from Slovenia, because after his time they are following the same work in different, because they are basically analysts, but they jump in algebra. So they make a bridge between algebra and analysis. These two. One is they are mentor, another is student. So sometimes the student means, of course, mentor is mentor, but sometimes student do something differently. So he's done the right hand side is definitely the man of vision. He gives the theory of functional identities that has application not only in algebra but in other areas as well. And we are following in fact some of his work, so we mentioned them. And then quickly to follow the lecture, these are the notations we are following. Okay, and if you are talking about the relationship, then you see on this note 1, note 2, and quickly to move, just give you to make our presentation more, to specify and also to calculate the timing, so we make easy by using these type of notations. So we call these two products Jordan product and Lee product. In fact, we use this product in place of the ordinary product as used in algebra. That okay. Then they becomes a new structure we call Jordan ring or Jordan algebra or Lee algebra. So such type of things happens during our discussions. Okay. So a ring is called semi-prime. That's like two torsion free. If this happens, okay, that means n is equal to 0 implies x is equal to 0. And because prime, if this happens, A or B 0 implies A 0 or B 0. Equivalently, you can say if you have two non-zero ideal, then the multiplication will be non-zero. Okay. I use this definition because in our study we use such type of notation, so people can follow easily if somebody has this. This is for semi-prime ring, the special case of prime rings. So in this talk, we will talk about only these two types of rings apart from some special cases. Now come on, the most important notion for today's discussions. So you know the derivation, and then we call the Jordan derivation. So derivation means already you know this identity mapping and this property is very common, known as Leibniz rule, because we all know the calculus classes of 11th or 12th classes. So the derivation, that means the Leibniz rule. So and this is the idea. Okay, means the extension of the notion of differential operator from the real valued function to the rings. Okay, and that this is called if you take x equal to y here, then of course such type of map we call Jordan derivation. However, the idea of this notion was given by the man as I told you, Hastin in his classical books. So by using the Jordan product, okay. If you look, okay. and look at the last remark which I was. So the idea of the notion of Jordan derivation came from this idea here. That's I mentioned this Jordan product. Okay. So in that way, if you define, then we call the Jordan derivation. However, in particular cases, like if you have bring these two torsion free, then the notions are same, right? So that this is important because the idea is already given in this classical book mentioned. Then we have another notion, okay, and then we make connection. To discuss this connection, and we have another notion. Look at here. This is called AND power property. AND power property means you have AND greater than or equal to 2 with a fixed integer, and if you have derivation and satisfying this functional equation like that, okay, and such functional equation we call the AND power property in ring theory. The idea of these kind of things is given over here. So this is not a new, but the above discussion is based on this AND power property. We give a new type of idea, means we use these notions in rings within relation. So please keep this in your mind. Now, so make connection with what we have defined the three definition: derivation, Jordan derivation, Jordan triple derivation. Okay. So look at it. If you take n is equal to 2 in the AND power property, and then you will get this. That means for n, when n is 2, the AND power property makes d to be Jordan derivation. And similarly for 3, we call Jordan triple derivation, and so on. So you can extend these things easily. Okay. Now, if you talk in examples, so this is this quick for. There are so many examples, but for the quick look, you have this map. I don't know this we call the Lie product. Okay, and if you make calculation by using some identities like yeah, look here, this one, and then easily to see such type of map. Here we are using some identity based on the Lie product basically. Okay, so we are using these identities, and then this map we call Jordan derivation. Okay, now this type of map we especially have a new name called Jordan derivation, because this idea has connection between algebra and analysis, and this is widely studied in theory of in the functional analysis. That's why this idea is very, very important to make connections. And then now come on the column. This today's part we are going to discuss. So if you compare the first two definitions, okay, that means every derivation is a Jordan derivation. Easy, you can see, follow the definition, okay, and every Jordan derivation is Jordan triple derivation. So the natural question are, if you look, that Jordan derivation is derivation? No. That Jordan triple derivation, Jordan derivation? Answer is no. For quick answer, this is the example. Okay? So look over here, we have some special kind of ring which satisfy this condition, okay, provided this not whole, and then this type of map. Please keep this type, this is very, very important map. This is we call in algebra operator. Algebra we call the left multipliers, okay, because when we talk about the other columns based on such type of operators, this is okay, very important. Try to give the example in terms of this operator, because we make connection to the next article, the next problems. So the question is, that is this is what? D is Jordan derivation but not derivation. So the question is, under what conditions the converse is true? And this was the problem mentioned by Hastine in the year 1956. Okay? So, and by the way, sometimes the idea came in your mind, and after some time, if you're working over there, maybe you have some answer. It is maybe the partial answer or it's the full answer. So he is the man who gave this solution of this problem in case of prime ring. Prime ring of Curtis is different from 2. are two torsion free. Okay, then the idea of derivation and Jordan derivation will coincide. And that paper was already published in Proceedings of American Math Society in the same year. But this simple result gave the new idea for researchers. And the idea catched by the, after I think more than 40 or 30 years, by our team, that is Slovenia, we have exchange program several times of our university. So that these are analysis, but they start their the idea of Einstein in terms of the analysis. But slowly and gradually they come towards algebra and they make fill up the gap between algebra analysis. Lot of problems related to derivation now people study in function analysis. Okay, I give you some results later on. So, and then as I told you, the guy we mentioned in the second or third slide, Bracer, studied the same problem in case of two torsion semi-prime ring. As you know, every prime ring is semi-prime, but converse need not be true in general. So this is a national generalization of the Einstein problems. But work is not this office. Okay, I just quickly move because our target. So this is the idea, and given by the team led by Professor Ashraf, our mentor, and the idea of extension of derivation and Jordan derivation in terms of we call generalized derivation and generalized Jordan derivation. So if you look over here, this diagram, because this involves, F arithmetic and the derivation we just defined above. Okay, and they call it generalized derivation. However, if you take both same, that means F is equal to D, then you will get an idea of derivation. And similarly, the idea of Jordan derivation. And then we all together studied these problems with Einstein and Bracer in other kind of some well-behaved subsets of rings. But we will not go in detail. Now we come on other type. This is the new idea because some problem is has connection. So this is the new idea we defined just before 2 years. But the idea of this map was given by Egyptian mathematician, that is Sophie. He combined basically the idea of derivation and homomorphism. Okay, so for quick you look at here, this part as homomorphism, this part of the derivation. And following his idea, our team from Aligarh, some of my students, extended this notion in terms of Jordan homoderivation, and then for quickly this is very good example of such maths, but I am not go in detail. Okay, so we combine this homoderivation and the problem of the classical problems, that is called the homomorphisms of rings and homomorphism. Jordan homomorphism. This is the classical problem in the ring theory and studied by Einstein and his group. Okay, that is the Jordan homoderivation they characterize. Like every homoderivation is a Jordan homoderivation. Again, the things reverse is not possible. Then he defined Jordan homoderivation. So here we basically combine these ideas, Einstein idea old and the homoderivation, and we define this type of method in this paper. Okay, that is look here. This is the paper where we have defined in our team in the Slovenian algebra. So this idea, if you take n is the integer greater than 1 and the hx and this type, okay, and we call it n Jordan homoderivation. Okay, and again then same use the old idea, like you take n equal to 2, we call Jordan homoderivation. We will take n equal to 3, we call Jordan homoderivation 3, and then we extended all these notions. And okay, so if anybody are interested, please go check detail in this paper. And this is the counterexample for the problem we discussed. But same problem, I mean same flavor as the Hassan problem. Okay, so this is the partial answer. The problem is we just give later on. This is the partial problems. Okay, and now we come on. We have limited time, so I give you the more detail, but we study all what we have discussed in case of rings with illumination. Okay, that is an idea. And okay, so this is the illumination, well known. And then we come on these two subsets of the ring we call very well known symmetric set of symmetric elements and set of isosymmetric elements. Okay, and now we defined derivation rings with illumination. So here same, but it involves here illumination. So such type might be called star derivation. Similarly, we define Jordan star derivation involving the illumination. Okay, but this is again these idea is given by the Slovenian mathematician. These two, purely algebraic point of view, and this is purely analysis point of view. So these are the two ideas given by same. However, following these ideas, we extended the idea of Hassan in more general setting. So come on here quickly. This type map is again we using the illumination, and this type we call inner size. Okay, and then you know we call when we have this element fixed some. You know, the extended ring, that is called sometime marginal symmetric ring of quotient or left symmetric of quotient like that. And then we call it, this is inner and this is called outers. If we take the element, fixed element in the extended rings. Okay. So this idea helps us to solve some classical problems that how to describe the structure of Jordan star derivation. Okay, so for quick look at the problem due to the brace and bookman, if you have all of such type of ring relation with so many things, then the Jordan star derivation look like this. That means every Jordan star derivation, okay, of this, that is inner. And then the following this idea by recently a Canadian and Taiwanese mathematician, they classify this problem after 25 years. Because he used so many things. But recently, they characterized Jordan star derivation into the non-commutative primary with illumination with these conditions. Okay, then any Jordan star derivation X is inner. So this idea is also given here. Okay, now what we did in fact, means the problem related with this today's talk is based on this idea. So this is the idea given by me in the year of 2012 and 21. We combine all because this is the idea about in the just generalized derivation. We call generalized star derivation. So involve the ring with relation, and this is what generalized Jordan star derivation given in 2021. Okay, and then we have two more definition. These two same as inner and outer part. Okay, so this is called generalized inner and this is called generalized X outer. The region is same where we have A and B on extension ring. Now, so with these idea is already given in this paper. Okay, this is my PhD student, follow PhD student. So this paper you find this. So there are a lot of open problems related to this new concept. Okay, these are the ideas. We still have a lot of things to do, and then we just give an idea, extension of these columns in terms of generalized Jordan star derivation. Okay, when it becomes so every generalized Jordan star derivation is look like as I mentioned here. So okay, so now because I am following the time, so I just come on the problems. If somebody at least please following the paper that I mentioned, okay? These things are given already. So there are two types of problems. One problem ring without illumination and some problems ring with illumination in fact. Okay, so these are problems. In fact, you know, does any data star derivation of same time is accidental, because this problem is without involution handled by Mehmetbey, as I mentioned over there. The paper work is published in Journal of Algebra and proceeding in some society. Okay, so the same question is, does this type of data star derivation on same time is acts in an open problem? Recently, as I told you, and similarly had the answer now. Please, we have 5 minutes more, okay? So I come, this idea was introduced in 2022, okay? And we extended the idea of, you know, n power property. So we studied this property in rings with involution and called n power star property. So n power star property means, you look, we have a star derivation, and this ring with involution, and set D means this derivation satisfies this condition, then we call n power star property, and idea given over here. And then we combine some more results, this problem based on this idea. Okay, that means it is open. Now we combine some more maths, okay, to make problem good. So we combine these math, and then we, if any two math in rings satisfy this functional identity, then how these math look like. So try to find the structure of these math. Okay, I'm not going here. This is what I'm trying to give you idea of derivation in the information science. Okay, because some people, so just to give not in detail, we use how we use the idea of derivation in information science. So we have a ring, and that is called polynomial rings. Okay, and polynomial ring like is well known and defined like that. This is polynomial ring, only the product defined like that. In case of arbitrary product, we have the special product, and this product make ring to be non-commutative. Okay, so this idea will be very important in information science. So with this, then these are examples, and now we are going to introduce derivation. Then look at, in place of this we use derivation, our derivation. Then we call is to polynomial with derivation, and these polynomial becomes now the differential polynomials. So differential polynomial with this type of idea are very powerful in information science, especially in the coding theory, in cryptography. So these are examples. I'm not going to detail. And quick look. These are the examples where recently people study derivation in coding theory. The one of the most important paper is there. This published this year 2024. The use of derivation in coding theory. Okay. So these are other references, but I hope importance give you more emphasis on this one. This gives the current problem related to derivation in information science. Okay, and this is the concluded part where key point means derivation has played a role, important role. Okay, and now if you think on application of derivation in cryptography, so this is really not means very new and challenging. Okay, anyway, we have just quick reference here are these two papers. Again, use of these two polynomial rings. Okay, and this the secret sharing scheme via these two polynomial rings. This is also means this paper, but idea means things are not much more here. So we assigned two students on this problem how to use derivation in rings within rings in cryptography. Okay, so if somebody are interested, please go ahead and you can write me directly the related work we have. We have some work, inshallah, see after maybe the end of this year or next year we will find something interesting in this area. Okay, so with this I just going to calculate because time is not permitted. Okay, because so means we use basically. We have a theory of anti matrices. Anti matrix maximum distance separable force over these type of matrices. Okay, so these matrices we consider with the way of derivation. So here derivation is very important in when we talking about the security or scheme over these matrices. So these matrices, the integer of these matrices follows with the help of skew polynomial rings involving derivation. Okay, so with this we are going to end, and thank you very much for your question.
Thank you, sir, for your contributions. I would like to invite Professor Dr. Ahmet to present the certificate.
So this is my email, and also if you go on American Math Science Net, write Ali Shakir. Don't write Shakir Ali, otherwise you get a lot of things. So write Ali Shakir. That's why I specified. Okay.
Okay, dear Professor. So please accept the certificate as our pleasure and our appreciate with our deepest part of our hearts. Okay.
Thank you very much.
So thank you so much for the thank you so much.
Just one announcement.
Yes,
You are pleased to know your university is going to host the second joint IIMP Algebra Forum Conference 2025, and it will be held during June 24 to 26. And so that means you will have galaxy of algebraists from various countries, inshallah, in 2025. So this is very good news for your university and your host, Professor Dean, Faculty of Science, and Dean, Faculty of Education. So this is really matter of pleasure for all of us. We have Algebra Conference and big Algebra Conference in Karamanoğlu. So we welcome you all, inshallah.
Actually, we forgot to ask, are there any questions?
Yeah, sorry. Because of time, anyway, I am here more than, yeah.
Maybe a short question. You all, I'm not algebraist, I have no idea in the details, but I want to learn if for all the formulas you have defined the derivation. Is there any definition or any tools that you use integrals?
Yeah, already it is related, similar derivation on rings. If you put on Google, you get derivation, integration on rings, you can find this paper. There are two papers, yes.
Can I ask I just want, this is just one recording. So you define something involution by using derivations?
No, derivation by using the
derivations. Yes, in terms of derivations. And also you say characteristic of R is not equal to 2. As far as I know, in group theory, involutions mean it's number of the elements which are of order 2. So you are getting out of the characteristic 2, but you are defining involution R. What's the connection?
The idea is different in the group theory and the derivation.
Yes, okay.
Okay, because the group theory are correct, but of course the involution has the property, the map entity automorphism of period 2. Okay, the involution is other, same way. So if you have the ring of partition 2, because when we define these two subsets, and okay, and then I'm not sure this, but what happened, but the things will not say that I'm sure.
Because this name does not belong to you. Is it? You define involution?
No, it's not.
It's not. It's, yeah.
Already,
so as far as I know, these Western guys give a name with definitely related to something. So that's why I
think they already classify in this involution in the case of ring of partition 2 or a ring of partition different from 2. So the different is separate.
Thank you so much.
I have one suggestion. The definition of Jordan star Jordan derivation or generalized star Jordan derivation. You take you invoke star in one slot, in another one it is. Just you can show the see the.
I understand.
So take star both the sides. Is there any paper like that? in the literature? Have you seen?
Yeah, I'm not sure. You just say star on
that
both
is not
sides.
natural.
But it is possible because, you know, like we have an idea of sigma and tau variation. So yes, it is possible, but
because that looks natural.
yeah.
If you are invoking stars one side and you leave other one,
But maybe, but in the present setting, I think we not found such papers. But yeah, people can.
in algebras there are.
Maybe,
but not for that.
Maybe.
For other reasons. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, but not right.
Yeah, not right. Sometimes it's not, you know, but not to do it. So, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now let me introduce our next guest speaker, dear Professor Mohammad Ashraf.
Let me set the.
He is a retired professor and a former chairperson of the mathematics department in Aligarh Muslim University. He is also a former dean of Faculty of Science in the same university. He has published more than 250 peer-reviewed scientific articles in internationally recognized and reputed journals. He has organized several international conferences and has edited 8 research proceedings. Besides supervising 1.5 dozen of students for PhD degrees in various disciplines of mathematics, namely ring theory, linear algebra, coding theory, and graph theory. Professor Ashraf has successfully completed many national and international research projects awarded by the University Grants Commission, Department of Science and Technology, and National Board of Higher Mathematics. Currently, he is editor or managing editor of many reputed international mathematical journals. He is also a life member of the Indian Mathematical Society, Faculty Mathematical Society, the Indian Science Congress Association, and the Indian Society of Industrial and Applied Mathematics. Presently, he has Google Scholar citations more than 5,700, 8 index 30, by 10 index 149. We are grateful to have their unique perspectives here today. So now let's hear from Professor Mohammad Ashraf. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the introduction. So first, I would like to thank the Dean Faculty of Education, Professor Cihat, for inviting me to this place. This is my first visit to this university. So I have visited many other places of Turkey before. So finally, I want to thank your TÜBİTAK, this organization which has funded my visit here. So Professor Ahmed and Professor and Chairman Department of Mathematics, other colleagues. So I welcome you all to this lecture. So first of all, Professor Shakir, he has said many things about our university, and so I'm not going to that. So we have very limited time, so that's why I will come to my talk. Here, the whole talk I have just divided this in some basic notions and D-type derivation on algebra, then D-type derivations, and finally I will discuss some open problems. So let me give some basic notions. Here, as you know, he considered derivation on this, so that's why it is in algebra. We have to take linearity. Take linear map with the with this property, we call it as derivation on algebra A. Here algebra is of course defined over a commutative with identity, always true or false. And D derivation means here R linear mapping L on A is said to be a D derivation if it satisfies this property under this Lie product. Here you know Lie product A equal to AB minus B. So every derivation is a Lie derivation. This is very easy exercise, but converse is not true in general. We can see this example. This is consisting of 2 by 2 matrices of this type of upper triangular masses A, B, 0, C. So this is if ABC comes from a set of integers, we call it as a Z algebra. When we find map like this, then we say that this is a D derivation, but this is not a derivation. Observe that if B is a map on an algebra A, this is a derivation, and gamma is a map from A to center of A. So this is a linear mapping which annihilates the commutator A. So we can see that always this sum of these two maps, D plus gamma, is always a Lie derivation. So such types of Lie derivation, they are called proper or standard. But all Lie derivations are not proper or standard derivations. So the question is, under what conditions a Lie derivation on an algebra is going to be standard one. So we shall explore this problem. So Martindale is what in 1960. He was the first one who explored this question. And what he has got, that if I have a primitive ring and containing a non-trivial idempotent, characteristic of R is not true, and if there is a Lie derivation on R, then it is standard. It can be written as in the standard form. So L can be written as D plus tau, where D is any derivation and tau is the central map from R to center of R bar. R bar it contains, this is a mapping from R to its R bar, the primitive of R. So that maps commutator into 0. So it was in 2000, there is a Chinese twin who studied this problem over a new type of algebra that is known as triangular algebra. So I will come to the basic of triangular algebra. Consider any ring R with identity, and A and B are united R algebras, and M is an AB bimodule. So consider the set of this type, where A comes from A, B from B, and M comes from bimodule M. So this collection, it forms an algebra. This is an R algebra. And with respect to the usual matrix-like addition and matrix-like multiplication. So this is the set, it forms an algebra, we call it a triangular algebra. We can talk about other thing in this algebra. And this is called a triangular algebra. Any algebra U is called triangular algebra. If there exist two R algebras, A and B, and a non-zero AB bimodule, and U is isomorphic to triangular A and B. So this is a natural example of triangular algebra. We consider any n by n matrix over R. So you can break this in block matrices. This TKR, this is K by K matrix over the same set R. And Tn minus Kr, this is the block matrix of order n minus K cross n minus K. And these two are algebras. While this nk cross n minus Kr, this is a bimodule, where one module Tkr from left and Tn minus Kr from the right. So this is a natural example of algebra, this kind of algebra. So now we define two natural projections on this. If U is a triangular algebra consisting of A and B and a bimodule M, so pi A maps AM0B to A, while pi B projection maps AM0B to B. So, sorry. Okay, we can define now center of this. The center of this triangular algebra is defined as ZU is equal to A00B, where A is from A, while B is from B. So, moreover, these are properties of center, where this is, easily one can visualize if IA projection, it works on ZU, it is going to be the center of A. If IB projections works on ZU, so it goes to inside ZB. And there exists an algebra isomorphism between these two, with this property. So now I will come to some results about this. In 2003, Jung investigated this study of algebras over triangular algebra, and what he proved that every G derivation on algebra U is proper if these two conditions holds. I mean, pi ZU coincide with ZA and pi ZU coincide with ZB. Here this is center of A, this is center of B, and these projections are on algebra, center of algebra U. If these two conditions hold, so under these two conditions he has shown that every G derivation on this is proper. Proper means it can be expressed as sum of a derivation on A plus a central map from A to center of A which annihilates the commutator. So later on, Jung results have been extended for different rings. Here, that is, I think it has been extended for non-linear Lie derivation. Non-linear means the only difference is we consider a map as not necessarily linear. We consider any arbitrary map, and that is not necessarily linear. We call it a linear map. So this is the difference between non-linear Lie derivation and Lie derivation. So this is the result that you and Zhang have obtained. That under same set of conditions, they have not changed anything. I mean, just to look at here, U is an algebra consisting of two subalgebras A and B, and AB by module N, such that these two conditions hold. It was previously also. So if you consider any non-linear Lie derivation on U, again you can show, he has shown that it has a standard form. The standard form means it can be expressed as sum of a derivation on U, as well as next component tau is a map from U to Z such that it is going to annihilate the commutator. So this was extended to Lie triple derivation. Similarly, in place of Lie product, if you take two commutator in place of one commutator. So if it satisfies this property, then this linear map L is known as Lie triple derivation. So every Lie derivation is a Lie triple derivation. As we have seen, every derivation is a Lie derivation, every Lie derivation is a Lie triple derivation. But converse is also not true. Lie triple derivation need not be Lie derivation. This is an example. Let R be a commutator ring with the identity, and ST3 R be the 3 by 3 algebra of all 3 by 3 strictly apart triangular matrices. And define mapping L like this. So under this map, you can see that this is L is a Lie triple derivation, but it is not a Lie derivation because this is 3 by 3 strictly apart triangular matrices. The moment we shall multiply 3 times, it is going to be 0. So that's why you can see that easily it satisfies the property of Lie triple derivation, but it is not going to be Lie derivation. Okay? So in 2012, Zhao and Wei, they extended the Jung's result in the case of Lie triple derivation of triangular algebra. So he has what he did, let U be a two torsion free triangular algebra, and these two conditions was before. He has added this for Lie3 derivation. Basically, it was not in Lie derivation. If you work on Lie3 derivation, he added this additional condition. ZC will be like this. ZC is the center of C. Coincide with this. Then again in this form, L is this Lie triple derivation L on U assumes the standard form. Assume the standard form again. I mean, it is sum of a derivation as well as a sum of central map from U to Z which negates the commutator. So nonlinear D-triple derivation, same thing. I mean, as we have defined, nonlinear D-triple derivation is just take the arbitrary map instead of linear mapping there. So we say this is a nonlinear D-triple derivation. So here he and Zom, what they proved, it appeared in 2012, linear and multilinear algebra. What they have done, if you use a triangular algebra consisting of A, B, and M, if it is two torsion free, and the same condition what you have seen before. This one, I mean, under these two projections, center is going to coincide with ZA and ZB respectively, and C is ARD, and the center of C will be this. Then again, in this case, every non-linear D-triple derivation is also, it assumes standard form. It can be expressed as sum of central mapping as well as derivation. So there is a concept of generalized derivation as he has defined and linked. Here just the difference is you have to take a linear mapping because we are defining an algebra. If it is unlinked, we take only a D2. So this is definition. This is example of a such kind of derivation on an algebra. Let me go ahead. Generalized D-triple derivation is defined in this way: that R be a linear map. R linear map GL on A is said to be a generalized D-triple derivation if there exists a D derivation on A such that this property holds. I mean, GL acts on two commutators in the same way as we did in D-triple derivation. Here, the difference is that in these two slots you have L Lie derivations, while here this is generalized map GL. So this map is known as generalized D-triple derivation. So a generalized D-triple derivation is called proper. Same thing. If it can be expressed as a sum of derivation as well as a central map, which annihilate the second commutator. In the year 2017, we have proved this for generalized D-triple derivation with one of my students, Kamil. So if U is a triangular algebra which consists of A, M, and B, which is two torsion free triangular algebra, and suppose these conditions, these are known conditions as I am talking about. So under this form, this map is also, it assumes standard form. This map GL can be expressed as sum of a derivation as well as delta is a additive generalized derivation is here. It is not linear. We got only additive. My additivity is there, linearity is not there. So we call it additive generalized derivation as well as tau is a central map which annihilates two commutators. So Lie type derivation and algebra, basically we have paucity of time. So just I will give the idea of Lie type derivation and generalized Lie type derivation, only definition. And finally I will go to certain problems that are still unsolved. So here, let us define n-1th commutator. I mean P1x, this is x1, P2 x1, x2, we take P1 x1 to x2, and this is a Lie bracket x1, x2, and similarly P3 x1, x2, x3. These are indeterminate x1, x2, x3. So it comes like Lie bracket two commutator x1, x2, x3 involving these three. In general, one can define n-1th commutator. Pn x1, x2, xn is Pn-1 of x1, x2, xn-1 xn. So And now you see, if there is nth commutator, now with the help of this n minus 1th commutator, one can define Lie n derivation. You see, take a linear map on A which satisfies this property. I mean, when L acts on this n minus 1th commutator, it can be expressed as summation I equal to 1 to n Pn up to and Lxi here. Okay? Because you see here, this is most natural. If we take, I mean, n is equal to 2, you will get Lie derivation. N is equal to 3, you will get Lie triple derivation. So it covers all that ideas. So the concept of Lie, I'm not going into detail of this. Any Lie2 derivation, Lie3 derivation, Lie triple derivation. And all this kind of collection we call as a Lie type derivation. If we correct Lie2 derivation, Lie3 derivation, Lie4 derivation, or Lie n derivation, we call it as Lie type derivation. So I'll not go into details of the result. Recently we have done something on this for Lie derivation. Just allow me to go to generalize Lie triple derivation, how it comes, how this idea comes. And the same n minus 1th commutator. Consider this map here on A. And here, this is called generalized Lie n derivation if there exists a Lie derivation on A with this property. Here again, I can, my remark is that if you consider here n is equal to 2, you will get generalized, generalized Lie derivation. If n is equal to 3, generalized Lie triple derivation. So in this is most general idea which covers all kind of Lie derivation here. So we call this GL as a generalized Lie n derivation. And collection of all kind of this derivation, I mean generalized Lie2 derivation, Lie3 derivation, generalized Lie n derivation, collectively we call it as a generalized Lie type derivation. So there are so many results in this case also. If someone is interested, I am here, we can discuss it. So, but I will give some, I will go. I will talk about some open problems. So, here you see, we have defined all these concepts and algebras. So, come to some open problem. There is the motivation. Basically, if we consider a set of non-negative integers and let A be an algebra over Q, Q is a set of rational numbers. So, define and D from A to A be a derivation. If we define sequence of this map Dn, here n comes from natural number. Here this is non-negative natural numbers, integers. And these are set of Q linear mapping on A such that D0 is identity on A. And Dn is defined as Dn upon factorial. Then this is an easy exercise. One can see that this Dnxy, this comes out to be summation I plus j equal to dix djy for xy. This is a very easy exercise, and basically it was remarked by Hasse and Schmidt in 1937. One can find this in the book of Nathan Jacobson. So, motivated by this property, I mean here, it was Hasse to introduce the higher derivation in the literature. And this is his definition. Let n be any non-negative integers and D be any collection of sequence of linear matrices on algebra A. With this property, then D is a higher derivation on A if this property holds. Okay? So similarly, one can D n higher derivation one can define now. Because we know the concept of Lie n derivation and generalized Lie n derivation. So higher form can be introduced, and this we have done. Very recently I introduced this idea, Lee and higher derivation. So the only thing is that here we collect all the this matched sequence of linear mappings on algebra A. Then it is said to be Lee and higher derivation on A if it satisfies this property. And of course, now one can think that this kind of Lee and higher derivation, one can define generalized Lee and higher derivation also. It's a very simple question. So that also we have done. I mean, this is the idea of generalized Lee and higher derivation. So what is, I mean, still there is all the problems that have been done in case of algebras before for Lee derivation or generalized Lee derivation is still open in case of this. In this, so here one can go through. Especially, I will just point out that one can characterize the Lee type higher derivation. Characterization means I mean how Lee type higher derivation can be expressed as sum of derivation and a central mass which annihilate the commutator. And same thing is for generalized Lee type higher derivation. All these are problems are still open in literature. One can see either non-linear setting or in arbitrary setting it can be done. So just you look at one conjecture, just like a point. We are working on this, and I am sure that it will be proved very soon. We consider an algebra consisting of two algebra A and B and bi-module M. If it is n minus 1 torsion free with these conditions, then every non-linear algebra is D and higher derivation is proper. Proper means here if you are working with higher derivation, so you will get this kind of sum. I mean, this is a collection of maps. If you have collection of maps, so obviously for each n you have to define this property. It is sum of a derivation as well as the central map, which is going to annihilate n minus 1 as a factor. So I will stop at this. So these are references of this work. Thank you very much for your attention.
I invite the Dean of Science question.
Okay. Any question, please?
Hocam, bak bir şey söyleyeceğim. Teşekkür isterim. Makalemizde teşekkür isterim. It's making very nonsense, but I mean, as far as I see it correctly, these higher derivations in the part, it could be the family of graphs can be a solution of this, or give you at least some theories, as far as I remember, I mean, correctly. Especially the topological indices on distance or degree based. These are completely the same idea with this one. Okay? I mean, if you don't mind, if you turn back this higher derivations part, you define it as en xy is equal to blah blah. So this is completely the same as the topological indices in graph theory.
Yeah.
Okay? So this, especially distance based. Okay? Degree, maybe it cannot work in degree, but distance based topological indices can be a good solution for such these problems. I mean, it's my beliefs. So it's just a suggestion. Okay. So that's why I said it.
Basically, what you are suggesting is first of all, being algebraist, first of all, we are, I mean, confine our investigation towards the problems that have already been studied in case of algebras.
Yep.
Okay? No doubt, whatever you are suggesting. You can see.
Yeah, I mean, one can get a good one. I mean, because it's a popular, last 10 years.
No doubt.
Nowadays, but it's so hard to find a place to publish, especially grant papers in these days. But if you connect these things all together,
some new thing, easy to publish.
yeah, and the family.
New ideas always welcome.
Yeah.
That is important.
And Professor, I need to ask also. I mean, if you don't take time, I'm so sorry. So, what's the advantage of working algebra instead of weak theory? For example, I mean, okay, it's generalization. I know. But for example, Professor Shakir, give the definition of Jordan derivation. And as far as I understood, if I understood correctly, non-linear derivations are generalization of Jordan derivation.
Non-linear?
Non-linear Lie type of derivation, which are, Lie type. And the Jordan derivation definition is also a kind of Lie type.
No. Jordan derivation is quite
notational the same or
not really?
But it is notational the same notation you are using. Yeah, I mean you are using the same notation, DAX, XA commutator.
Yes.
Just notation.
Yeah, that is just an example.
Okay.
That's just the example.
So it's a special case. Yeah. So what's the advantage of working algebras? I mean, I never worked on algebra in my life. But if I carry on these things, what have you done until now? Algebra?
No, basically we have a better canvas to study these kind of things. While if you are studying in rings, a lot of work has been done in that case. And that is, no doubt, if you are taking an algebra, means it is ring also.
Yeah, sure.
Every algebra is a ring is not algebra. Here, if you are asking about what is advantage of that, advantage of which point of view? I mean, algebraic point of view, I see a lot of scope here to do that in comparison to that. Because there is, in case of rings, we have a very deep theory of differential identity and this, their Bresser, about whom he was talking. They have written, developed Bresser, Beda, they have developed a deep theory of differential identities in rings.
Yeah.
But in algebra, still it is missing. Nobody has done anything. So maybe later on somebody can do that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I invite the Dean of Science Faculty, Professor Dr. to present the certificate of appreciation.
Thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you very much for your hospitality and for the invitation to come here.
Now we can take a photo together.